This is the Popular Apocrypha Podcast, Episode 20, Captain Jack Sparrow, from March 26th, 2018. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Popular Apocrypha Podcast, where we take prominent fictional characters who are in need of improvement and make them better. We've tackled characters such as Scooby-Doo, Lara Croft, and even Thomas the Tank Engine. If you want to catch up on our previous episodes, or learn more about what we do, you can check out our website, popapoc.com. That's popapoc.com. We have recently added The Pit, which is a page dedicated to showcasing our past episodes, as well as our list of characters for determining future episodes. So you can catch up on what we've done so far, and you can let us know who you would like us to improve next. So before we get started, we're glad to say that this episode is brought to you by Audible, an award-winning audiobook service with a vast library of over 180,000 titles. You can get a free audiobook and 30-day free trial by going to audibletrial.com/popapoc. That's audibletrial.com/popapoc. Thanks Audible, and thanks listeners for helping us out. So my name is Logan, and I will be your host today, and I am joined by my fellow landlubbers, Riley.
Yar.
And Tyler.
Aye,
matey, it's ya boy.
I don't want to be a landlubber much longer.
We want to travel the sea.
Yar, in search of treasure and citrus, because we don't want scurvy.
Scurvy beard.
That's my pirate name.
A pirate's name is Scurvy Beard. He does a whole bunch of limes in his beard instead of because Blackbeard had all the fuses in his beard. Yeah.
Yar, have a fruit.
Yar, have an orange.
Yar.
Here's a lemon. Why don't you go suckle on it?
And then his when he's intimidating people, he's like,
Yar, if you beat people with oranges, they don't show bruises.
and he just showing his limes in his beard, yar. Anyway, I'm done.
What do you do when life gives you a grapefruit?
And then he opens it and squeezes it in your eye.
Ooh, yeah.
First he cuts it and then squeezes it into the wound.
Yeah, and then puts salt on the wound.
Luckily, in his era, he didn't know he's actually helping you survive because he's sanitizing the wound. That darn scurvy beard.
That darn scurvy beard. So, in the theme of today's episode, let me ask everybody, how are you?
Ooh, pretty good.
I'll leave.
I got my tattoo color today. It's pretty tender. As Logan eyes it to punch it, don't do it.
I'm not even near you, man. I'm just drinking my drink here.
When we were discussing the certain avenues of the podcast earlier today, we were sitting on the couch and Logan fake went to go smack it. Smacked my tattoo, and I told him that I would go from 0 to Super Saiyan in 5 seconds, and he wouldn't be here for much longer.
And I made the joke that in Super Saiyan, all the adrenaline would just pump the ink completely out of his skin.
I just have to go back in and get it all done again.
I've never seen this happen before.
Yeah, please no.
Yeah. What about you, Tyler?
I'm doing pretty well.
Cool story.
Wow.
All right.
Thumbs up.
I have a joke for you. What's a pirate's favorite letter?
The two
You'd
answers
be
you're gonna
thinking
give.
it'd be R, but it'd actually be the C.
So it actually is a letter of marque, which lets pirates sink and pillage other ships with the blessing of a king or government.
Do you have 8 possible answers based on all the letters we were probably going to guess?
Well, first of all, there are 26 letters.
It'd be true.
I wish y'all could see my disappointed face.
I only know 17, but I know there are 26.
I think it's also worth mentioning that you should go check out the Instagram later because you'll see what Logan was wearing tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just khakis.
I'm actually not wearing khakis.
Just Jake from State Farm.
What?
What?
I'm wearing Jake from State Farm.
Whoa.
It puts the lotion on the skin.
So, to start us off, I thought we could play a little game to test your pirate knowledge. And you guys probably don't know too many pirates, but that's okay.
Bet.
So, here's the thing. I'm going to give you guys a 10-question multiple choice game. I will give you the name of a famous pirate in history, and you'll have to tell me their real name.
Oh.
Okay.
Winner gets to be a fellow pirate, and wear a bandana with
Oh.
me. Loser gets to be a salty sea dog and has to wear the stupid Gilligan sailor hat.
Oh, I think it's a win-win.
I think so.
I mean, yeah. But you also get shame. So
Oh, well.
there you go.
How's that different than normal? Never mind.
All right. Yeah, I'm wearing a bandana that Riley immediately said resembled a gang sign, but I was like, no, it's pirate.
They wouldn't have known that if you hadn't said that. They don't know what color it is. They can't see you. Can't see me.
I mean, I'm sure every color is some gang.
Yeah.
But I mean, hey.
Hashtag deep.
All right. So okay, to start off, so multiple choice. Mm-hmm. Right. First one's
I'm getting competitive
I feel like
now.
is fairly easy. Blackbeard. Is it A, Edward Teach, B, Archibald Leach, or C, Chris Hemsworth after he tarred his beard on the set of Infinity War?
It's A.
What do you say?
Oh, we both get this.
Sorry,
Okay.
you're both answering.
I'll go with B then.
Just cause
Yep.
It's not B.
it is A. It is Edward Teach.
Good work. I just like being contrary.
Oh my god!
Keep track of your scores.
Maybe I want the Gilligan hat.
Just playing to lose.
Archibald Leach, by the way, is the real name of actor Cary Grant.
Oh.
Fun fact.
Wait, what I just heard is Cary Grant is a pirate.
No. What?
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 All right. Someone's been into the rum. Okay, so this next one is the Exterminator. There was a pirate known as the Exterminator. He was actually a French naval officer who went on a brutal war against Spanish ships.
Wow.
Is it A, Daniel Cruz, B, Daniel Montbar, or C, Daniel Radcliffe?
Man, I'm still feeling like it's C. I'm gonna go with B. I'm gonna go with B.
B?
A.
Hey. It is B, Daniel Montbar.
Yeet.
Wow, that's a cool last name.
Yeah, I know, right? It's spelled Montbars. It's French, yeah. Okay, number 3. I think you guys are tied now, right?
Yeah, we're tied.
1-1. Okay. 3. Calico Jack. Yeah, so he was known for the very colorful clothes that he wore.
He's apparently very attractive too.
Oh.
That's what I've heard.
This game's rigged.
Sorry, I've read a little bit of pirate history.
Is it A, Jonathan Gibbs, B, John Rackham, or C, Johnny Depp?
B.
Captain Jack, Johnny Depp. What's your
I
answer?
have to be contrary. I have to go with A.
You don't have to.
I
you
do.
know.
I have to.
Okay, it is B. It is John Rackham.
That's what I thought too.
Calico Jack Rackham. Yeah.
Rack 'em up.
Maybe
All right.
racking 'em up.
Oh.
Like, billiard balls.
Yeah.
So, number 4.
As everyone looks around the room, like, yeah.
I totally understood what that meant.
Okay. Number 4, the King of Ranter Bay.
Rancor Bay?
Ranter, as in R-A-N-T-E-R.
Is it Star Wars? Is he a pirate?
Skywalker.
Yeah. King of Rancor Bay.
Is it A, Francis Demont, B, James Plantain, or C, anyone on Tumblr?
What? I'm going with A.
Because it's Ranter Bay.
Do we get any hint whatsoever?
No.
He settled on Madagascar and ruled through fear.
Still can go with A.
Yeah.
Well, I have a lead, right? Right now?
Right
Yeah,
now.
I think
2 to
so.
1.
Yeah, it's 2-1 right now.
A. I'm gonna play it smart.
Okay, so you both said A?
Both said A.
It is B. It is
Kept the same.
James Plantain.
Plantin.
Plantain.
James Plantin.
Planting on Madagascar.
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 Did he make a farm?
I think he set up like some sort of pirate fortress.
Banana farm?
I believe. So,
Found those in Sea of Thieves.
oh.
Oh yeah, I've been playing Sea of Thieves lately.
Cool, yeah.
I am a pirate.
Dum, 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 dum. What? We are farmers.
We are pirates.
Dum,
Dum, yar, har, har, dum, dum. Yar, yar, har, har, har. Nice one, Logan. That was a good one.
5. Question number 5. Black Bart,
Ooh, okay.
who is considered the most successful pirate of this era.
Define successful.
He captured over 470 ships.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
You be busy.
Me and Tyler only captured one in the past week.
That's true.
In the game,
In the game.
by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
The game, yeah.
And he was known as Black Bart because he had darker skin. He was not actually African, but he was dark-skinned. Anyway, is it A, Bartholomew Roberts, B, Brent Bartholomew, or C, Bart Simpson in a banned episode of The Simpsons?
A.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with A too.
A. It is A.
Yes.
Bartholomew Roberts. Fun fact: Brent Bartholomew is a football player. Was a football player.
The more you know.
Ta-da! Okay. You'll like this next one. I love this. Sadie the Goat. This is actually a legendary one. People aren't sure that she actually existed.
Well, this is just a trick question. That's just my stripper name.
But she was rumored to mug individuals by headbutting them like a goat.
No, you are kidding me.
That's the rumor. That's the legend
It'd be a
of
rule.
Sadie the Goat.
So is she a rumor, or is the method by which
The
whole thing?
people don't know if she actually existed, unfortunately.
Dang.
I'd like to think she
Truth
did.
in a rumor.
Yeah. So is her real name A, Sadie Hart, B, Sadie Farrell, or C, Sadie Hawkins?
Sadie Hawkins dance in my dirty pants. There's nothing better.
B.
Sadie Farrell is what you're saying?
A.
Farrell. Sadie Farrell.
It is Sadie Farrell or Sadie Farrell.
Oh, we're tied.
Yep. All right. Oh, and I'm going to say the last two questions are worth 2 points each.
Double Jeopardy.
But we're up to question number 7,
7.
right?
Lucky number 7.
Okay. The Great West Land Pirate.
America?
Yeah. Who is a bandit along the Mississippi River, but like a river pirate.
Oh.
Yeah. Is it A, Harry Longabaugh, B, John Morrell, or C, the American government during the 1800s?
A.
Can you repeat that first name again?
Harry Longabaugh. You want me to spell that?
Please do.
It's Harry, Harry.
I got that.
Longabaugh.
Longaba.
I'm gonna go with B.
I'm gonna go with A.
It is B. It is
Yes.
Pulled ahead again.
See, I put Harry Longabaugh on there to throw people off because that's the real name of the Sundance Kid. Actually,
Ah.
yeah,
Didn't know that.
yeah, fellow bandit in that time.
Okay,
So-
I need to get the next one.
Okay,
Tie
yeah.
you at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 8. Basilica hands. Is it A, Jordan hands, B, Israel hands, or C, Gaza Strip hands?
Okay, can you run through them again?
Jordan hands, Israel hands, or Gaza Strip hands?
B.
So Riley is saying Israel hands,
Israel.
and you're
Jordan.
saying Jordan hands. Okay, it is B, Israel. hands.
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me the Gilligan hat. Give me the Gilligan hat.
What? You haven't lost yet, though.
I thought that was the last question.
No, we still have 2 questions left.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah, I just said the last 2 questions are going to be 2 points each.
Oh.
These are the last 2 questions right here.
Oh. So I'm
Yeah.
now 2 points ahead.
Yeah, okay, so you can catch up. Okay. Big Poison. Big Poison was actually a baseball player for the Pittsburgh Pirates in the 1920s and 30s. Threw it in there. Is it A, Paul Wainer, B, Luke Waxer, or C, my ex-wife's cooking?
A.
Big Poison.
I can go with A.
Also A.
It is A. It is Paul Wainer.
Yeah, boy.
It's your boy. Okay,
This
so...
is it. We got a tie.
Yeah.
Or we
So
get
you're 2 points ahead right now. Okay. So number 10. Last question. Climax. Ned.
Ned.
He was only active for 3 years, but known for his vicious torture methods. And I tried to see what those torture methods were, but I couldn't find what they were.
Really?
Unfortunately. Is it A, Edward Lowe, B, Edmund Lord, or C, Edward the Blue Tank Engine?
A.
You're going with A, Edward Lowe,
I have to go with B then.
B, Edmund Lord. It is A.
Yeah.
Edward Lowe.
Okay, now.
Yeah, for me, it's more like.
Then I'm yar har yar.
Yar har.
Yar har, Captain Scurvy Beard.
I don't remember what Gilligan sounds like. All I can think of is like Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
Hey, Skipper. We gotta get off this island, Skipper. That's a crossover I want to see, though.
Ghosts on this island, Scoob.
Oh, they're in the coconut school.
They're in the coconuts. They're in the headhunters, Scoop. Okay. So Riley's the winner of the game. Yay! All right.
ASMR clapping.
I'm clapping right now for the celebration
Was that good?
of Riley's win.
I hope so.
Okay, so moving on. We've been talking about pirates because today we're going to be talking about the one, the only Captain Jack Sparrow.
Sorry.
So, to read a little bit about it, Captain Jack Sparrow is the protagonist of Disney's The Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, based on the ride originally. Played by Johnny Depp, Captain Jack Sparrow is an often drunk but misunderstood pirate who has taken on many supernatural perils and enemies throughout the films. He is very individualistic, often betraying crewmates at a moment's notice for treasure, rum, etc. Despite this, he does have somewhat of a sense of morality and is usually the one who takes on and defeats the big bad pirate at the end. Jack's first love is the sea, and second is his ship, the Black Pearl. But he also holds a magical compass that can point to whatever the holder desires, which is actually an instrumental part of several of the films. In 2015, Empire rated Jack Sparrow as the 14th greatest movie character of all time. He was the most popular Halloween costume in 2006, according to the Extreme Halloween Network, and an IMDb poll showed that Jack Sparrow was the second most popular action-adventure hero, second only to Indiana Jones.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
So that's a little background on Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow.
So to give a little background, I have seen all 5 films. I actually just watched Dead Men Tell No Tales last night. It was actually better than I was expecting. It was entertaining, I will say. But so Riley, you have seen all except Dead Men Tell No Tales.
The first 3.
You've seen the first 3.
And I've been on the ride at Disneyland.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Tyler, you have
I've seen the first 4, not the most recent
Okay.
one.
Okay, which came out last year,
Yeah.
I believe. So I guess, why is Captain Jack Sparrow on this list, our matey?
I think he is certainly prolific, I guess. All those like stats could show.
He's very popular.
But I think that there's definitely this, I don't know what exactly to pinpoint it as, but there's this sense from the series that he's kind of played out.
Yeah.
And I think, I'm not sure if his character or just the fact that there's so many movies that use him has tainted the character or what is the cause, but I think he could use a revamp. Or we could even do like an entirely new pirate, like an alternate dimension Jack Sparrow.
Ooh,
I don't know.
that'd be cool.
Or like when he, went to Davy Jones' locker, like the sand plane or whatever, like 2 existences of him got created or something. I don't know. I think that like what's nice about Captain Jack is that there's so much meminess and like coolness about him that he's already pretty good, so he doesn't need a lot of work. But we could definitely make him like legend material.
Like, I like his character already.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's really entertaining, and Johnny Depp does a great job at him.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I saw somewhere where I was researching this that Jack Sparrow is Johnny Depp's, or the fans' favorite role that Johnny Depp has played.
Right. I think like he is not. There's characters that we do that are just awful, and we have to make them palatable, like
Yeah.
minions. But then there are characters that are like good that we can make great, and I think that's why we picked him, because it'd be kind of fun, not like a slog.
Yeah. And I do agree with you, though, that he is kind of overplayed out, and he doesn't really get much development in the stories. In Dead Men Tell No Tales,
Whoa.
I've been drinking the rum. Scurvy beard strikes again. In Dead Men Tell No Tales, the latest one, we actually get a flashback of young Jack Sparrow, which is like a CGI Johnny Depp, which is kind of funny. And so we do see a little bit of development there because he has to take on a leadership role, like his first leadership role. But in like all the others, he's kind of secondary to, Will Turner or Angelica on Stranger Tides, where they go through the development, but Jack Sparrow doesn't.
Right.
Or at
He's
least
just kind of
it's
static.
not, and it's not very obvious if he does. So
It's like you get this impression that he's done it all, seen it all.
yeah, he's the comic relief, which for some reason gets like top billing.
Yeah.
which
He's
it's
the
kind of
main
weird.
character that plays a background character role, at least often. So
I think it's that too. Yep.
yeah, I'm imagining like the scenes, especially in the first three with Will Turner, where he isn't the focus of character development, like you're saying, or even like major plot stuff. Like, but he's always influencing all of it.
Yeah.
all the time.
He's smarter than he appears to be.
He's like shoot, is it Q? No, M in the James Bond films.
Oh, yeah,
always in
yeah.
the background, always manipulating the events.
Well, he's not really in the background though. He's forefront, but like his
true.
involvement
That's true.
is in the background,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah,
Or like
that's
his,
what I mean.
His activity is,
Yeah.
I guess.
Except when he has a jar of dirt, then it's.
I got a jar of dirt.
That's my favorite piece. It's so funny. Yeah, and like his events that he engages in are what bring the other main characters together. But he doesn't like his conquering those events don't necessarily bring change to him.
True.
It's to everyone else around him. Yeah. So
So is he a character that doesn't need the change, though? I mean, it's pretty obvious to me that he isn't perfect. Like, he
Right.
has some pretty serious character flaws. But some of those are important. Like, characters need character flaws, because otherwise they're not like us. They're not people.
Well, yeah.
They're just gods.
I mean, he drinks a lot.
I don't see why
I
that's
don't
a
think it's
flaw.
a
Why are you
flaw.
listing that as a flaw? Why are you listing it as a flaw,
What?
Logan?
I mean, no, okay, not the fact that he drinks a lot, but that he's a lightweight. I mean,
Is he lightweight?
it depends on how much he drinks. To be honest,
Hey.
yeah, and like
and he's not very reliable. I
Yeah,
guess I'll say.
he flakes out, but also like comes back at the end.
Yeah.
Also still flakes out.
And like I
It's
think
weird.
in a couple movies there's a few situations where like it seems like he flakes out, but he's got this plan in his
Right.
head where he comes back and it's like, oh, that was just bait to lure out the bad guys.
But really,
Yeah.
that's just bait to lure your attention away while he goes after the Fountain of Youth or whatever. Like, it's always layers on layers of deception and intrigue.
yeah.
Or did he intend for
Right.
that to
right,
happen?
right.
Yeah.
Or was he just trying to get treasure and more rum?
So what does there's a question there that I've been wanting to see if we can answer. What should Captain Jack Sparrow's goal be? What does he want? What should he want, I guess, is more accurate. I'd like to think that we here at Popular Apocrypha are kind of like surgeons, and we cut away the bad flesh, the necrotic flesh, and just replace it with good,
More lime.
good new stuff.
Shut up, scurvy bee.
Jack Scurvy just needs to cure his scurvy.
Yeah, what if he's just been suffering from scurvy this whole time?
The entire underlying plot.
It's just an allegory for scurvy.
Captain Reginald Scurvybeard.
Reginald.
I think Jack Sparrow
Jack Sparrow.
for a lot of the movies has had a supernatural push.
Is he a ghost hunter? Captain Jack Sparrow, ghost hunter at large.
I mean, it's kind of what he did in
Kind of.
especially the first movie.
We're like
Kind of the fifth one.
manipulate jokes. Try to manipulate ghosts. That's the correct.
Maybe he's a time traveling pirate that looks in the future and sees that the age of piracy is ending, and he wants to be a forever pirate.
And he wants to prolong the age of piracy.
Yeah.
See,
he's
I was
like a pirate advocate. He's like a pirate lobbyist. Maybe not that.
he calls his local senators.
Sir, I be needing.
His local East India Trading Company representative.
Booty.
I need you to vote nay on Measure 44.
No, I actually had the idea that he could possibly be a time traveler too. In my notes.
Yeah.
But I wasn't exactly sure how to tie that into like his goals.
So,
But I was thinking like because he looks like he hasn't aged. Because I believe Dead Men
Yarg is all the
Tell
limes.
Bring back that joke.
It's the cucumber water.
it's
The agave nectar.
in Dead Men Tell No Tales, which takes place like 21 years after At World's End. He still looks the same age.
Didn't he drink from the Fountain of Youth?
No, he
we
didn't.
don't think he did.
Oh wait, I did see that movie.
Yeah.
I've seen the 4 movies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because they did like the shell game thing, and this is spoilers for Fountain of Youth, or not. It should have been called the Fountain of Youth.
Just call it what it is,
Shouldn't have been
man.
called On Stranger Tides. It's a stupid name. In that
There's a mermaid in it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because they have
Death
to have
mermaids.
a young love interested couple. So.
Right.
Besides Jack and Penelope Cruz. But
Right.
But so they did the shell game thing, and where he like tricked Blackbeard into not taking the Fountain of Youth water and gave Blackbeard's daughter the Fountain of Youth water, and there was none left. So he couldn't drink from it. We assume.
The young, like, love interested couple, one of them, it's a prerequisite, it has to be blonde, so it can't be Captain Jack Sparrow or Penelope Cruz.
Well, in the fifth one, she's not blonde.
Died.
Hey!
Because you would totally feel the need to do that in 1790s Caribbean.
Well, then I agree. I think a goal should be changed. I also kind of want to change his look. Teensy bit.
Okay.
Or
You want lemons
have-
in his beard.
What?
Lemons in his beard.
No, I would like a different type of magical item. I don't want him to have the compass that points to his desire.
See, I was thinking that about the compass, that I feel like it is a lot of time kind of overlooked, and it's like an instrumental part of some of the movies. Like, the bad guys seek him out because he has the compass. And so I feel like there should be more to it, I guess. Or it should be a different item, or it should be, like, more precious to Jack.
Maybe that's the piece of his time machine that was like salvaged, but everything else broke apart.
Maybe that is his time machine.
The compass?
Yeah.
That points to what he wants most?
What if the compass is sentient?
See, I was also thinking that too. Like, what if this thing
Or
that he
something.
has also, like, is kind of a character?
Right.
Almost like, I use the analogy of, like, kind of like a horse, where it's not like a, you know, a speaking character, but you can tell, like, it's alive. It thinks, right?
I don't know if you've played it, but you've played Dishonored, where you have the heart that like points out stuff, and it's very much implied that it's the heart of the dead princess
Oh.
that you're trying to avenge the death of, but it talks to you.
Spoilers, who is, like, almost basically your wife who you've loved for years and years and years and have a kid with.
Oh, cool story, bro.
Fun fact. I like that. That's the same sort of idea.
Maybe
Should
not,
it be a
though.
compass?
They've already done too much with hearts and Pirates of the Caribbean because of the Davy Jones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it can't be a heart.
Yeah.
Be a femur bone.
Would it be like a body part, or is it like just a regular item? Because what should it do, first of all? Like,
Are we still sticking with a compass, or
Question to like an idea or the beginnings of an idea that might tie the time traveling thing in. What if he isn't a time traveler? What if someone from his past was, and whatever this compass or whatever is a part of them, literally?
what if it's a spyglass that can see the future?
ooh.
It seems a little low P, but so is the compass.
But the spyglass could be, like, really obscure, though.
What if it can only show one of many possible futures?
I mean, I think that's
I'd say.
par for the course of future telling objects.
That's an important caveat. That's an important caveat.
Okay. I'm trying to think what other magical items.
See, I was thinking, like, there's not much emphasis, like, on the Black Pearl, I feel like, compared to the compass. So, like, what if the compass is the ship? What if the special magical item is the ship?
The ship itself.
Yeah. Then make it like a horse, almost.
I kind of like that.
I don't know.
What if it points toward not what you do desire most, but what you ought to desire most?
What you need.
What you need, yeah.
So he, like, tries to, like, steer it away, and it,
It's
like, veers back.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, like a horse would.
But if we've got so many cool ideas for magical items that we make Jack Sparrow a Lara Croft character of sorts, and he just collects
He has
magical items.
Lara Croft's arm. That's the item.
Just harken it back.
Over there.
Probably wouldn't cut it off, though. That's the thing.
He would break the cutlass.
Yeah. Magical arm.
What if he cuts it off using a piece of the ship because it's also magical? Too meta. No,
Yeah.
cannot compute.
What do we want?
Is that
for?
is that what he's doing? He's
What?
collecting magical items.
For what? For what
I don't know.
purpose? Yeah.
to continue the piracy?
I kind of like that idea, though.
To save magic.
Harry, you're a pirate, Harry.
I'm a what?
Well, because then if you make his goal that he's come across like this spyglass that sees a foreseeable future of piracy ending, right? And then that's one of the magical items he collects. He also has his ship, which was gifted to him by... I mean, have you seen that like weird Tumblr post where like supposedly... I don't know where they got this information from, but I guess that Jack Sparrow was like a slave trader. Or like he was working for the East India Trading Company.
It's a complicated story how he got the ship.
Right, that he was like working for the East India Trading Company, was a slave trader, he decided not to go through with it and like free the slaves.
And then
that's
they
when
burned the ship down.
Right, that's when he got branded as a pirate, and then they burned the ship down, and then he made a deal with Davy Jones to bring it back, but it was still burned, which is why it's the Black Pearl. And that's why in the Davy Jones thing he has to get 99 souls, because it's like a sad, sick price he has to pay because he freed 99 souls, so now he has to get 99 souls, right? So like he's got that magic ship, he's got his magic compass, and he's like amassing an army or like an arsenal of magical piracy items that he can use to like be the baron of this new pirate empire that will transcend the foreseeable end that he has seen.
Except he, as far as previously, he's never the one to seek out the responsibility.
Right.
He's fine with seeking out and then immediately placing it on other people. So I doubt that if we're wanting to keep with that, which I think is kind of that aloofness is kind of an important part of his present character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what if the ship, what he needs is people, and the ship always is trying to get him to specific people to meet up with them to continue on this quest of saving piracy and continuing on this line per se. And along the way, what he thinks he needs are all of these magical items that he keeps collecting onto the ship, and the ship is just like, bro, come on.
Like the figurehead like turns around at him and just goes like,
Bro.
really?
Bro, why?
That'd be funny.
But why, bro?
That would keep the comedy of it. Like he's trying to get these magical items to make him basically a pirate god, and the ship's like, no, what you need is people, like an army.
And he's like, oh, shut up.
Yeah.
What if the ship isn't just a character? What if the ship is more like a collective, kind of like Beauty and the Beast, where it's the ship as a whole all has a collective goal? So like the what's the masthead? Is that the correct term?
For what?
Oh, you mean the front of the ship?
The front of the ship.
The figurehead?
Like the figurehead. Like that is like kind of a character. And then also other parts of the ship are also characters.
So does the ship run itself? Does he even need a crew?
That's where I was going with that. But
Do we like we don't know if this is all in his head or not?
I like that.
Like he thinks he might be going crazy?
No, like we see from his perspective, like the ship like interacting and like showing character, but from anyone else's perspective, we don't see that.
We don't see
like,
that.
Like a Hobbs
like it
thing.
switches back to other people's perspective, like a different like camera shot sort of thing, and then it's like
So you
talking
don't-
to the ship.
You don't really know if it's real or not.
But wouldn't it be weird if the ship was running itself and people were like, oh, well, something must be going on?
Well,
Maybe we just don't show that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or maybe that would increase his legend, like, oh, he's able to run a ship by himself.
by himself,
Oh.
or with very few people, because the ship is leading him to certain people.
Right.
So there are often people on the ship.
Or like maybe they think the ship is cursed or something.
Yeah, or to people or to key events in the fall of piracy. So he's there at the key events.
Just like Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Just how-
Yeah.
It's like, he kind of just becomes a Forrest Gump character. Like,
Yeah. No, I like that.
he's seeking out all these magical items that just so happen to align with these key events in piracy that the ship is leading him towards to change it. Did he find the compass on the ship, which then magically tied him to the ship? Like now he's bound?
Ooh, I kind of like that.
I like that a
Yeah.
lot. So yes,
Yeah.
to answer your question.
And he did one of those, like, he has one of those funny moments where he, like, does the whole Johnny Depp where he, like, ooh, and freaks out because he looks through the thing, he's like, ooh, and he goes to, like, throw it off the side of the ship, and it, like, does this weird, like, magnetic thing where it comes back and nails him in the head.
Or it can't even leave his hand. Like, Also, when you made that sound, I'm pretty sure all of our listeners knew exactly what Johnny Depp face you were,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Cool. Okay. I like it. Well, then, so what are some... I want to have 2 more magic items, and I want them to be stupid.
A sextant. Sextant. What's the
It's called a sextant. You got it right the second time.
Okay. A sextet is a group of 6 people, right?
And then a sex tent is also a group of 6 people in a tent.
What does the sextant do? It's usually used for navigational purposes.
Right.
traditionally.
I mean, I guess, yeah.
I think one of his first items he sought after was the bottle of rum that never runs dry.
Nah, that's too OP. Because then you can't have the joke, why is the rum always gone?
And you have to have that joke
You have to have the joke that he has run out of rum.
because he drank it all.
Jack
So what
Sparrow.
if he goes after the bottle and then he finds a bottle and it is the bottle that never runs dry, except when he drinks it, it runs dry.
No, it never runs dry of water.
He's pretending to drink rum this entire time.
Or maybe it only produces rum for those pure of heart, and so he can't drink it.
You're apart.
It's like the fountain, or it's like the Holy Grail, but a rum bottle that only like works for people that don't want rum.
Or what if it's like really, really bad rum?
Sorry.
So like it's still rum, but it's like last resort rum.
Yeah.
When you don't have anything else.
I'm gonna noodle on that one for a
See,
second.
now my head is playing like an advertisement for said rum. When you don't have anything else in your trunk, you get this rum.
And you're
Put this in your trunk.
Or maybe it's endless rum that never gets you drunk. And so then that's like, because the goal is to get drunk, right? And so he's like,
Because it's shitty rum, too.
yeah. And so he's like, well, great. Like, I thought this was going to be an amazing thing, and it just never gets you drunk.
At that point, it basically is water.
Yeah. You can clean wounds with.
Huh?
Yeah.
Not that he would ever think of that.
There's no doctors on board this vessel.
Yeah, should he have a crew still? I think he should.
He picks up people along the way.
Yeah.
For sure. Stragglers. People
they,
who
like-
need a place.
They might think it's kind of haunted. Like they see movement in the corner of their eye. But they're like,
Yeah, creepy, like, yeah.
And maybe the ship allows them to like take on a role as if they're actually doing something to help out, but
Right.
really it's just the ship's doing it.
Well, I mean, like, what's nice about that is they know that magic exists in this universe. There's Krakens
oh yeah,
and Davy
like
Jones.
curses and
and
legends.
yeah,
curses and-
yeah, more like curses.
Yeah, like
And
legend
voodoo-
says that this.
voodoo and legend. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're kind of jumping around all over the place, but to get back to that, is he cursed by being attached to the ship and forever bound? Like, is that his goal? Is it really he's not actually trying to further piracy, because he could care less, because as long as it's just him being successful, but the boat has like bound him to prevent this future.
And the people he meets along the way tug at him to do
Yeah.
what the boat is trying to do.
Right.
What if when he makes the deal with Davy Jones to raise Black Pearl from the sea? What
So you
if?
just want to keep that canon.
Well, what if he makes the deal that he has to be forever bound to the Black Pearl, so that if the Black Pearl is sunk, he is also he dies, and vice versa, and he's
And he's
forever
very
bound to it.
protective of the boat at that point. I like that.
Yeah, so
Never,
he can't
would
be
never leave it.
and he can't be away from it for too long.
I like that a lot.
And he has to marry it.
What?
We got it, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Dang.
interesting. That'd be cool.
What if it's actually the brick pearl and it's entirely out of brick?
What?
Nope. Sorry.
Rejected.
Okay.
What if it's made out of recycled plastics?
What if it's made out of limes?
Get out of here, scurvy beard.
Yar, sorry.
Okay, so that's
I
his,
smell orange.
that's his goal.
It's the lime pearl.
Perhaps he is bound to the ship, and if the ship sinks, he dies.
Yeah. And if the ship takes damage, he hurts.
That'd be scary though, because ships take a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It's-
That'd be crazy.
But if he's like trying to protect the ship, then in that moment that defeats him from being able to do so, though.
yeah, I think it's just if
He
the
feels
ship,
pain, maybe. Not necessarily like debilitating pain,
Okay.
but he's like, ugh.
or it's just like scary
he's
thing
like,
where if the ship sinks, he dies by drowning. Like even if he's on land.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you can like start to feel the ship taking on water. You know.
So he doesn't leave his ship often for that reason.
Right. And so then the reason that he is going on this quest or whatever is purely a selfish goal, because he can see that obviously if piracy ends, the ship's probably going to go down.
That's
Gonna
true.
go down
Yeah.
And he's gonna die.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want it to be bought or
Right. And so then you have multiple goals where you have the ship's altruistic goal is to keep piracy going because that's the ship. You have Johnny Depp's They're the same character.
Pretty
You
much,
have
yeah.
Captain Jack Sparrow's goal, which is to self-preservation. And then throughout that, he's meeting these key people that kind of tug at his heartstrings, like Tyler was saying, that have their own goals. And when they start to discover that the end of piracy is at hand, then they too are like joining in.
And bringing him along up for the ride, just
Yeah.
like the ship is.
Yeah.
Because they care about him and they want him to live? Or okay.
I mean, that's
Right.
probably part of it at least,
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
But maybe some of them are kind of like, no, the age of piracy needs to
But
end.
they probably don't know. They don't know that the ship has cursed him.
Okay.
So
I see.
if the ship doesn't die, then Captain Jack Sparrow doesn't die.
Right.
So, what if, present day, the ship hasn't been destroyed? Where is it, and where is Captain Jack Sparrow?
Somalia? Thinking current pirates.
I was thinking more like Seattle. He's outfitted it as one of the...
As a battleship? A submarine?
No, what
A
are they
tour
called?
boat.
Yeah, they're the ones that can go on land, and it's like gooey ducks or whatever they're called.
Oh yeah.
The ones that can have wheels and can go in the water.
So a gooey duck is a type of clam, I believe.
Hey, do you know what it's called? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like it has wheels?
Yeah.
No, I know what they're called ducks.
Like an
There's
amphicar?
something ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they go directly from like a road into the water and then
Okay.
back up onto the road. I'm gonna look up what the name of it is because it's
I
gonna
think
kill me.
Captain Jack would have been smart enough to try to get his ship shown as a museum piece,
Yeah.
so then he could just walk around.
He's like the janitor.
Yeah.
He like
That way,
stays in the
like-
background,
People would take care of it.
and he'll take care of it if he's like in charge of taking care of the entire museum. Then he'll take care of that.
And he's
For this-
taken on several roles
But
throughout.
that assumes
like,
that he failed. I thought this was like a time bending, history changing event.
Maybe.
I mean, modern piracy is just big business, so maybe he runs like.
Well,
He just downloads
runs-
songs illegally.
Yeah, no, he sells DVDs.
Still pirate.
He's
Yeah.
pirated.
What if he...
Okay.
sorry.
no, go ahead.
What if he changes the ship into a chocolate factory and starts running it and gets a haircut, shaves his beard.
Gets a cane and
Gets a cane.
Oompa Loompas. Yep.
Yep.
I don't like where this is going.
And he also has scissors for hands.
Oh, yeah.
And then he becomes a Native American. Poses as one,
Yeah.
I guess.
Poses Native American with a crow on his head.
And then he joins a police force specifically meant to infiltrate high schools and perform drug busts and stuff.
Is he in that movie?
In what movie?
21 Jump Street?
I mean, he was in the original series that the movie is based on.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
He was also in the movie at the very end.
Huh.
And he died at the very end, which is
Oh.
stupid. But
The more you know.
Well, so we have his goal.
I don't know. I'm not taking that seriously. I don't like it.
You're like,
But
"Yarr,
I guess
yarr."
they're just called ducks. Those land boats
Yeah.
that are both. I guess they're just called a duck.
Solamente duck.
Solamente Duck.
So
Captain Jacques.
we have his goal.
Yep.
So
He wants
does he
Stay alive.
keep piracy going, or does it end up more like
I don't know.
it becomes a duck in
Watch
Seattle
the
and
series
he's
and find
pirated?
out.
I feel like we don't find out because
Yeah.
all the movies take place during the age of piracy.
That's true.
So we don't know.
We don't know yet.
That's the big question.
It's not like the TV show Merlin where it flashes forward.
Does it really?
I mean, what? Spoilers.
I've only watched like the first half of the first episode, so I haven't
show.
much of it.
It's amazing.
Uh,
That's actually a real spoilery. Sorry. Not bad.
anyway,
No.
so we have Captain Jack Sparrow, who is a pirate, wanting to stay a pirate, right? We established that?
Wants to be a pirate.
So, like-
save his beloved ship.
I guess like does he
Sail the seas.
does he still have I want treasure or stuff like? Is that still like a
What
secondary
good
goal?
pirate doesn't want the treasure?
Booty.
Yeah.
Also booty and treasure.
That's a
Still
nice
treasure,
booty.
but it's the magical kind.
He wants the magical treasure.
Yeah, magical treasures.
I mean, he probably also needs some sort of currency in order to, trade and stuff. But
Yeah.
more so the magical, magical item.
So he has the compass
The boat itself.
The spyglass, right?
and the spyglass.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just want two more wacky things.
Two more?
What are pirate items? I'll look up
Hats.
pirate items. A hat.
His
A
pirate
magic hat,
He
or
has
like
his hat.
a bead in his
What's his hat to?
beard. He's a beard.
He does have beard
The
beads.
steering wheel. A magic cup.
Yeah, mug,
A candle. A little clock.
torch.
A wardrobe.
A shovel.
A
Gotta
feather
dig up that
duster.
treasure.
It's not Beauty and the Beast. I made that analogy.
I know. I kind of like that though. Pirate items.
I think because to keep with Captain Jack Sparrow, it's got to be. He's got to have a couple
cannon.
of like.
A gun.
Gun.
Yeah, he's got to have 3 goofy items for every one actually practical serious item.
Okay.
Maybe like a locket or something.
A gun that only shoots water, so it's a water pistol, but it looks like a normal gun and functions like a normal gun. But the water is like 10 times fire hose pressure.
I think that's brilliant.
So
like it.
if it hits you, you're gone. You're across the hill. You're
You
not
work here.
necessarily.
But now
Skin
you've
might
got-
actually come off
it might.
Oh my goodness.
at that pressure.
It might. That's a risk.
That's a risk he's willing to take.
Handle with
He
care.
just points it straight down, opens it, and then just like shoots over to a boat.
It's a jetpack.
Yeah, that'd be incredible. And then you hear Johnny Depp go like, I think another one should be a cutlass that every time it contacts something,
Turns it into bread.
grows an inch.
Oh.
I feel like that could get really big really fast.
Yeah, bud.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hilarious.
Like a
Does-
key maybe.
At too much length, it would just start wobbling around too much to be able to use, though.
Yeah, I think it'd be hilarious.
I mean, eventually he would just have to drop it and not use it anymore.
I see no downside.
What do you do with it? Like, you can't leave it on
It's
the boat.
purely for comedic purpose.
Okay.
He just keeps it in the hold and it like on a stand, and every time like the ship rocks, it like glances
Hits
against.
a cannonball and it's just
No, stop. Yeah,
stop.
stop.
I was thinking more like a hat that he can pull down over himself to hide himself in.
What if he has a shark as a friend? Just saw a shark and I thought that.
What if he has a boat as a friend, Logan?
I mean,
What
that's
if?
that's already
Exactly.
what is going on. Or is it his friend, or is it a curse?
They're forcible friendship.
Or a feather in his cap, an eye patch,
And
a sword. Ooh, that's a cool dagger
mean-
I'm looking at.
the sword. That does work well.
Yeah.
A belt.
I still like the idea of
An
a sword
earring?
that turns whatever it touches into sliced bread. But that's just me, I guess.
And
Whatever
peanut
it
butter.
touches.
Yeah, sure.
Turn
The lemons
Into the
and the limes.
scurvy beer.
But sliced limes, because it's a sword.
Yeah, true. Just throw out ideas, guys.
What if he has a hook for a hand?
What if he has a hook for a foot?
What if he has a
Wait,
hook for a face?
What if?
How do we get away from magical items?
He has a hook on his elbow.
How do we get away from magic
And
items, guys?
he uses it as a grappling hook.
What is going on?
What if he has a parrot? A zombie parrot?
What if he has
Okay, seriously, the items.
a tumor?
Oh my god, he has cancer.
What if he has an eye patch that can let him see
We already
the
have the eye
undead?
patch.
Okay.
People can see the undead already
Yeah.
in this universe.
What if he has a key that can only open
Things he wants to open.
brothel doors?
It can
They can
only
only-
open things he doesn't want open.
What if it only opens locks that are housing prisoners who are innocent?
Oh, that's a good one.
I like that.
Accepted. Boom.
Accepted.
Accepted. What if he
Accepted.
has?
So it never works on any cage that he's in,
Right, exactly.
because he's always stealing stuff
Yeah.
and is always the guilty one.
But he's always trying.
yeah.
And after a while, he just forgets about it.
Yeah. Except for when it comes to other people, and then he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh right,
Ah.
yeah, I got you, boo." I can definitely imagine Captain Jack Sparrow saying that. "I got you, boo."
I got you,
It's his new catchphrase.
Savvy.
Savvy. What if he has a ring that?
What about an earring?
That
An earring?
through the power of his own will can construct anything out of his imagination.
And it's green.
Not Green
It's
Lantern.
great.
No. What if he has the ring
Rule
and?
them all.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Riley looks so defeated right
A
now.
ring that lets him control swarms of seagulls.
Mine? Mine?
So you just have them
Mine?
poop on people for comedic timing.
I mean, what if it controls one seagull? Just one.
What's the use of one seagull?
What's the use of one monkey
What
in
about
the previous
What
three
about a
movies?
parrot?
Yeah, it controls, or like communicates with a parrot. He's able to communicate because of his ring with the parrot.
What if it brings him luck?
+1 luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you've seen the Harry Potter movies,
+1
right?
dex.
Or read the books. There's in I don't remember which one it is. I think it might be the
the potion?
There's a potion that like gives you luck. So
Okay, I can
and
see
it like
that.
just makes
And
things happen.
he tends to be pretty lucky,
It's true.
especially when evading the
That's more
British.
of a magical item that would explain some things.
True.
But he doesn't necessarily know what it does.
No, just his ring. It's like a
yeah, it's
family
It's a pretty
ring.
ring.
Yeah.
Really pretty.
Okay.
One more.
One more.
Aside from the water pistol,
Bandana.
the
The lucky ring. Oh, he does wear a bandana.
Banana?
Banana.
He wears banana.
Banana.
It's completely made out of banana peel, and whenever he tears it, it tears off a banana instead of tears the actual fabric.
Whenever he uses it, an enemy slips.
Maybe.
You can lay it over his chest, and he disappears.
Tunic, rope,
It's a bandana
map.
that when he wears it, it appears as if
book.
he's fully clothed, but when in reality he's completely
Map is good.
naked.
map.
A map is good.
Does it talk to
A
it?
map.
Maybe it's a completely
Only
blank.
in Spanish though.
It's a completely blank map, right?
And
That like
only worthy people can see it.
no. So
You're a fool if you can't see it.
it's identical to an in-game map. Like it only tracks where you've been, not where you're going. And so like for each person that opens it, it changes for each person.
That's fun. That's
So then you can
interesting.
see like if he charted somewhere, he could see where he's been, but he can't see necessarily where he's going.
He can always make his way back,
Make his way back, but he doesn't know what is out forward, which is good for story.
which is why his ship leads him places.
Right.
Should the ship still be called the Black Pearl?
Great
The
question.
Black Squirrel? The Black Girl? I don't know. It was originally called the Wicked Wench.
The sack squirrel.
The what?
What? I said the sack squirrel.
The
What?
the
Squirrel
larcenous
girl.
slime.
No. Get out of here, scurvy beard.
Scurvy Beard Bane.
McBain.
It should maybe it should have to do with preventing the end,
Maybe it's just called World's End.
the world's end.
Maybe it's
Like
just
the pub.
called The End.
The end.
The end of all things. Sekai no Owaru. That's World's End in Japanese.
Oh.
It's the name of a band, actually.
Abyssal.
Oh, gosh. What if it's
Jaeger
called
bomb.
The Apocalypse?
There was a guy called just Ned.
Popular Apocrypha. Ned. Just name it some really, John.
The lucky lady.
Mark.
Mark.
Just call him
Reginald.
The
Back to Philip.
Bartholomew. Poindexter.
what do you think?
I think that it should be called the do-rag.
Why? Because it looks like I'm
Because
wearing a do-rag right
It
now?
looks like Riley doesn't know how to tie a do-rag.
I didn't.
You just set it on top of your
Yeah, I know.
What if it's called the do-wop? The Empty Tankard.
Sounds more like a bar or something.
Yeah.
Like that. An inn.
That wouldn't be a very good name for a tavern, though. The Empty
It's
Tankard.
ironic for sure. What's the opposite of a ship?
A car? A stationary bike.
The automobile.
I call it the Ford.
Ford Fiesta.
Kia Soul.
I don't know.
What if we just leave it the Black Pearl for now and see if the fans can come up with anything?
I like that
Hopefully
better.
some better than the Kia Soul. Certainly.
The Kia Sorento. Is that Kia? I don't know.
Wait,
Subaru.
I got it.
The
It's a
Audi.
Subaru.
It's an allusion to the origins, and we call it the West Wing because of Beauty and the Beast, and you can't go into the West Wing.
Oh, I was thinking politics.
I was thinking the political show.
Yeah.
Nope. But
But
Real confused.
or
the Forbidden Rose.
yeah,
Ooh, I like
or the
that.
Wilting Rose.
Wilting.
Eh.
Forbidden's
The Dying Rose.
That would connect to what its goal is too.
That's true. I like that.
Rose.
The Dying Rose.
But if you have a better one out there for us,
Yeah.
let us know.
Yep, agreed.
The Dying Rose is pretty good, honestly. It's gonna be hard
They
to
could
top
probably
that.
do better.
Although Jack's ship in Dead Men Tell No Tales, his little tiny ship that he got because the Black Pearl was out of commission. His ship was called the Dying Gull.
Well, so with the last few minutes, what else? Like anything else?
What's his catchphrase? Is it still savvy?
I like Savvy.
Yeah.
Savvy.
Like I said, I think like him as a character is pretty decent. It's just surrounding circumstances
gold.
need to spice it up. And I like the inventions we gave, or the magical items we gave him.
Yeah.
I can still imagine him like realizing that the pistol shoots out pressure, and then he just points it down and like
Jetpack.
that'd be awesome.
But it also puts a hole in his ship, and it's like becomes a major side ache.
At that point, you can just point it over the edge of the ship and just.
Yeah.
Or he gets to a point where he's
Over the
like,
back of
the
the
ship
ship.
isn't going fast enough. Yeah, he just like shoots it out of the bag. Or he gets in a rowboat and just like sticks in the water.
We're born.
That's awesome. Anything about his outfit or his personal, like him?
I kind of like his costume.
What
It's like
about-
standard pirate.
Enemies. I would think that there would be
Like adversaries?
a number of pirates. Some trying to seek him out, like the compass for his magical items. Maybe
Yeah.
the water pistol. Maybe
He's made
whatever.
himself a target.
Made himself a target through this. Maybe some still backstory things.
I get him to eat his limes.
He's gonna get scurvy.
Scurvy Beard, get the fuck out of the podcast.
Can Scurvy Beard be another comedic character? A Captain Jack wannabe?
Scurvy Beard is like the antagonist who can't do anything. He's the comedic antagonist.
Yeah.
Also runs a boat by himself, but actually has to run the boat by himself, so
Yeah,
it takes
yeah.
him like 20 years to get anywhere.
Oh, man.
And he has trouble going around below deck because he just has barrels and barrels of oranges.
Because they just keep falling out of his beard, and they can't just waste them.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's just littering the ocean.
Maybe the East India
Have an
Trading
orange.
Company has another, like, magic boat.
Ooh.
With a captain who's also out
Or
to end piracy.
opposed to magic, more
Just
like
curse the boat.
a mechanical boat.
Ooh.
Like a
Like a
steamboat.
submarine.
Kind of like a steampunky boat sort of thing.
Like a steamboat.
But not a steamboat, because that would be lame. It still needs to look like a classic pirate ship.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
But it's like
But it can
mechanized.
fly.
No.
Or it can go underwater. But we kind of have that already in, like,
Yeah.
Flying Dutchman.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of like the main adversary.
Like
It could be
modernity.
The mechanized inventor.
A representative of modernity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, I like that. Mm-hmm.
That'd be
Progress.
interesting. I have a full auto cannon. Yeah.
And the sentient ship is just like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And then he just pulls out his water pistol and stops all the cannons in midair with his like water pressure.
Just sends them back. Just like,
Yeah.
catches them and sends them back.
That'd be awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I like that. Are
Yeah.
we good? Are we good with Captain Jack Sparrow?
I mean, honestly, if Johnny Depp had anything to add, I'd want to hear it. So, if you got anything, Mr. Depp.
Mr. Depp?
Mr. Depp.
Sir Depp?
Sir Mr. Depp.
Actually,
Mr. Depp, Sir Depp.
Is he
Mr.
United?
Master
I don't
Depp.
think so.
No.
He should be.
Yeah, I agree.
I think those chances kind of went away. Given, never mind, we're not going to get into that right now. End of the episode. Moving on. Let's go.
So we've made a new character.
Yep.
Well, we've improved
You improved
Captain Jack Sparrow.
his
by saying
circumstances.
He made a deal with Davy Jones
Made him a golden
possibly.
boy. Stay golden.
That he is forever bound to a ship. If the ship goes down, he goes down too, and vice versa. He wants to keep piracy alive because he wants to himself stay alive and keep the Black Pearl, or the Dying Rose, as we said, alive. And he also has magical items. He still has a compass, has a spyglass that can see somewhat of the future. He has a squirt gun that can propel him to various places. He has a ring that gives him luck, but he doesn't know it gives him luck. He has a... What else did we say? There were a lot of things.
The map? Did you get the map?
The map. The map that shows everywhere that he's been.
Or that whoever's holding it has been.
Yeah. What other things? Were there more? Did we say the sword that grows an inch
Oh,
every
yeah,
time
yeah.
Yep.
it hits
Uh-huh.
something? Okay.
Or can we make it like, let's make it in the moment, an insignificant amount.
Okay.
Until it gets to later on the series where it's like, wow, this is ridiculous.
Like, how did this grow?
Yeah, so it's like a centimeter.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the main antagonist of the series is like a modern ship captain who takes his like steampunky boat, this very futuristic compared to the pirate times boat, against Jack Sparrow. and
Whose
wants to
name
sink
is
his ship.
Arlington.
Arlington? The ship name or the captain?
The captain's name.
Captain Arlington.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Anything
I like that
else?
a lot.
Anything else I forgot?
I don't think so. Except for Scurvy Beard. He always gets
Scurvy
forgotten.
Beard. That's right. Yep. People forget him though. But he's some people's favorite character though. He's our favorite character.
Yeah.
Of course, Scurvy Beard.
Yar.
Yar.
Scurvy.
Orange and glad I don't have scurvy. So, bringing this episode to a close, we would like to thank Audible for sponsoring this episode. And you, the listener, can get a free audiobook and 30-day free trial by going to audibletrial.com/popapoc. I would personally recommend, quite possibly the most famous pirate story ever, Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson, narrated by the famous actor Alfred Molina. It's no doubt that Treasure Island inspired countless pirate stories afterward, probably including Pirates of the Caribbean, and still holds up today by showcasing the moral ambiguity that pirates tend to have. To get this free audiobook and a 30-day free trial, you can go to audibletrial.com/popapoc. Again, that's audibletrial.com/popapoc. And I think that's it. Do you have the pit up?
I do.
You do.
I've already got it.
You've already rolled for next time.
I did.
So, who's going to be on episode number 21?
Our two
Scurvy Beard.
Scurvy Beard. Scurvy Beard.
Leave the podcast.
I be perfect. I be
There is
perfect.
no fixing Scurvy Beard. Give me more citrus.
Our
Apples, get that shit out of here.
who needs bananas? Our next two characters
Oh, two characters.
are Romeo and Juliet.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This will be
Okay.
a tough one, mateys.
We're tackling classic characters, aren't
Yes,
we?
we are.
Wow.
Also,
tough.
I just want to say that I feel like we've made some pretty dang good characters in the past, and I would love to see some artwork. If any of you out there are artistic in any way, MS Paint, we want to see it. We want to see it real bad.
Yeah. Real bad.
Yep.
Yep,
Romeo and Juliet, huh?
That'll
Yep.
be interesting.
that'll be next time.
So, catch us next time in 2 weeks when we tackle Romeo and Juliet. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, we are at Popapoc Podcast, and that is our handle on Instagram as well. Check out our Facebook page too. We're posting on all those pretty frequently, so go check them out. You can check out our website, popapoc.com, where you can see our previous episodes, and you can see the list that we just rolled from. And you can also contact us with possible suggestions or questions, or I don't know.
Tell us why we're stupid,
Yeah.
or me specifically.
I mean, you can do that.
That's fine.
Contact us with anything. So there's a contact page there. It's really easy to send a notice to us.
And if you want to support the show other than through going to the audibletrial.com/popapoc, leave us a review on iTunes or Google Play or Facebook or any of that.
It really helps us out.
Really, really appreciate it.
Yep. 20 episodes in.
Yeah.
You can almost drink.
Yep.
That's 40 weeks.
Woo!
26 episodes would be a full year.
Wow.
Getting there, guys.
Wow, 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 wow.
Yep. Anyway, thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next time in 2 weeks.
We love you.
And care for you.
Kisses.
And citrus.
Scurvy.
Always citrus.
Scurvy.
It would just start wobbling around too much to be able to use, though.